Hi, I'm Mark Yuzik, and I want to thank you for tuning in to the Soul Rich Woman Show with Janisha.
A strong and independent woman is something to behold. She pays her own bills, buys her own things, and she doesn't let a man affect her stability or self-confidence. She is a soul-rich woman. Are you ready to be rich doing what you love? Be on purpose and in control of your life again. At For Women Who Love the F Word podcast, we will be openly talking about getting more clients online, getting recognition as the leader and female entrepreneur, and also the F word, being fabulous, having freedom, and financial independence. It's time to own and love the F word. Welcome to the show. Today we have a really amazing guest with us. His name is Mark, okay? And his surname is pretty interesting. It's called Yuzik.
Exactly right.
Right. So Mark Yuzik, welcome to the show.
Well, thank you for having me here. It's awesome. I love it.
And I love that you said that you're using a pattern or using some tools that you have learned 15 years ago to help people transform their lives. Share with us a little bit more.
Well, I've been doing shows for almost 30 years. I've done over 10,000 shows. And I thought, if we can do a show and have people have fun, can we really help somebody get to the next level where they have blocks? And if people have blocks in life, how do we get rid of those blocks? So understanding the patterns of people that they run every day, you can influence your own mind to get rid of the blocks and move towards your goal. Nobody wants to fail. Nobody wakes up and goes, you know what? I'm going to go out there and I'm going to get all this information, all this knowledge, going to be all pumped up. And then in about 2 weeks, I'm just going to give up. Nobody intentionally wants to do that. So why do they? It's your mind. It's understanding how your mind works. The problem is we were never taught. So we have to learn through experience. And it's once you understand how your mind works, it's like this easy, smooth sailing to success in any area. When I say success, that doesn't mean just money. That means in relationships. That means in health. That means in communication. That means everything. Because the only thing stopping us, it's not our desires. It's our programs that we run. It's like we're reliving this movie from our past and not introducing a brand new movie, a brand new concept. Well, this is our life. So are we in charge of it? If we are, then let's decide the direction we want to go.
What made you interested in this area of personal development?
What made me interested is to realize I could take it to the next level. If somebody is stuck and you know that reason they're stuck is one little thing and you could help them, imagine what you can do with the masses out there. And to me, I get more fulfillment out of helping somebody that was been stuck for years because they don't know why. They're like, why am I stuck? It's like somebody driving a car in mud and they can't go nowhere, but they're hitting the gas. Well, why are they doing that? What if you just moved them or got some things underneath the tires that gave them traction? It's just an easy setup for them. So what you do is you give them the tools necessary so they can grow. Let me ask you, if you give somebody a gift and they're so excited, doesn't that make you more happier than you've ever been?
Yeah.
Just because you gave to them. Same thing in life. Life is about giving contribution because the more you give, the more you receive back. And this is the one thing you can give without any financial, but giving who you are and what your purpose is in life. My purpose is to make sure I'm helping somebody grow. How many people, just by influence and affecting one person, imagine how many other people we can help along the way.
Definitely. Like we always say, when someone changes their life, their entire community actually benefits.
One person makes a difference.
Yeah, that's true.
Think about how rewarding that is versus making excuses. Well, I can't do that. If you're telling yourself you can't do that, why are you doing that? Is it to connect and be humble to the person? Or are you telling yourself you can do that because you love the person, you want them to grow? And that's the whole thing. When you come from that place, you get to grow.
And what are the 3 common stuck points of people that you have discovered in your 15 years of doing this practice?
Well, they don't believe they can do it. Secondly, they listen to other people. They get other people's limitations and beliefs and go, oh, that must be what it is. And they're influenced through the media and TV and everything else out there. They listen to negative programming. It's called TV programming. I wonder why. They're programming them. And they listen to that. And guess what? They adapt that same belief. And so they wake up questioning, I wonder if I can do it. Well, of course you can do it. Who do you surround yourself with? Are you surrounding yourself with successful women? Are you surrounding yourself with successful entrepreneurs? Are you surrounding yourself with healthier people that are healthy in their relationships and physically and mentally? If you surround yourself with that like kind of people, that's what you'll start drawing into your life.
You know, like the saying goes, before we were all masters of disasters. What were some of your own, disasters before you really mastered what you did today?
Everybody goes through challenges where we have questions in our own self. Am I really able to do this if I'm not? Why? What would make me be able to do that? You just have to get out there and face the fear and just know that it's not about you. If we're only focused on how we're going to feel if we fail or succeed, then we're not serving anybody. But if we can focus on, you know what, once I get through some learning periods, and failure is good, because if you can fail right, you can grow faster. And if you can learn from your experiences, everything happens to us, but it happens for a reason. The only reason people are in pain, because they don't get the lesson. If they would get the lesson, they'd get out of pain. And the lesson will help many, many people out there. But if we only focus on what we're not getting and all that, it's like, oh, poor me. Guess what? You live a life where you're not fulfilled.
So was that one of the challenges as well?
It wasn't a challenge for me. It was a desire for me to want to succeed. I focused on what do I want? Why do I want to succeed? And I didn't let anybody tell me they can't do it. In fact, the more they told me I can't do it, the more motivated I was. So it works opposite. See, sometimes we either buy into their excuse or use it to motivate us. And when somebody says, well, you can't do that, I go, I believe you. And then I watch me. It's like fuel, When somebody says you can't do something, two things happen. Either you believe them or you're going to prove them wrong. And I'm always about making sure nobody's going to stop me from getting what I really want in a life.
And I see that you have your beautiful wife here today. How do you guys actually meet?
She's a model and also a speaker. She speaks for women's groups all over. Just got back from Mexico. And we met 11 years ago at a book show. I promoted a children's book.
A book show?
Yes. It was the LA book show, a large book show, right? We were promoting a children's book on respect, responsibility, and everybody has value. And she was in the booth next to me. And I thought,
that's very cool.
This is pretty good, right? And we were getting ready the next few days, we were going to San Diego. I had a 30-day engagement there. She was in San Diego. So what I said was, hey, would you like a set of these? All these stuff. She goes, sure, I'd love to. I says, I'll just deliver them to you. See, when you want something better, if you figure out a way to get it. And I mean, if you look at her, you could see, why wouldn't I? But that's not even the great part. Wait till you see her inside, how beautiful she is as a person.
Wow.
Very powerful woman. Very powerful.
So how do you manage a relationship, like power struggles? I mean, how do you communicate better every single time?
We don't blame each other for anything. We understand that people are different. And what I don't think is a big deal. If it's a big deal for her, then it needs to be a big deal for me. Because if you can respect somebody and understand why they are feeling the way they are, it doesn't have to be anything to do with you, but if you can understand them and you're all about how can I serve this person, at that point, you're not focused on what you're not getting. You're appreciating what you have and you can give back. And as long as you're both on the same page, what can I do to make her smile? When I wake up, I can't wait I don't drink coffee. I run downstairs and make her coffee. She likes coffee. But it's the little things. And we don't get caught up and think we forget to do the little things in life that brought us together. And I see so many relationships that people, they just expect things they don't appreciate. What if you just appreciated a person every day, more and more? Where would your relationship be? And that's what it is, It's really about understanding and appreciating. Because the older we get, how do we want to live, We want to make sure we have somebody in our life that we could share it with. We travel all over the world. I would hate to travel by myself. What, I'm going to take a bunch of selfies of myself? we know now we get to share everything.
Wow. This is really amazing. So when you guys are working through your relationship, you realize that you should not blame each other, all these little bits. How do you actually have the awareness to keep going, or keep the spark going? That's what I'm asking.
Because I want to be happy. I don't want to be right. I want to make sure I'd rather be
So
happy.
is it right that we say a happy wife, happy life?
Absolutely.
That's a good one.
But it's a happy husband, too, is a happy wife. See, she also wants me to be happy. And we do things for each other, not because we are expected, but because we choose to, we want to. And if it's expected, then what are you doing? You're in a business transaction, a relationship. Well, if I give you this, you give me that. That's a transaction. But when you can give to somebody, it's not a transaction. It's a place coming from love. It's a purpose of, I want to make you feel a certain way. And when your intention is to make somebody feel a certain way, and you pay attention to the details, you'll be fulfilled and you'll be able to grow. And there's a lot of times we may not agree on things, but it doesn't make it right or wrong. We still respect each other's and we understand why they feel that way.
Okay, well,
I think relationships are women are the most powerful human being. And I believe men are strong. Because when a woman can stand behind a man and support him to be the man he needs to be to provide for her, a man feels alive. And a woman feels like the queen that she really is. I think we should worship every woman out there and be grateful they're in our life. And with that attitude, you know what? She builds me up. She bought me a chair that says rock star, and I can't even sing. And I said, why'd you do that? She goes, because you're my rock star. And I said, well, baby, you're my rock. That's the only reason.
That's so sweet. Melting. Wow, it sounds like you guys are really very strong here. So when you're going through all this, you say you travel a lot. How do you manage your relationship on the go?
It's not hard. We don't expect anything. It's not like we have challenges. We know where our destinations are. We go there. We enjoy it. What can we do to enjoy the time we're together? And look at all the places we got to go all over the world, where some people, they don't even get out of their own country, let alone state. Some people are stuck in their state. I'm like, why would you do that? Where is growth and no movement? When you can move, you can have growth and you can appreciate. We've been all over the world, and it's like, I get to and I always tease her. I go, guess what? Has any of your exes ever brought you here? And she goes, no. I said, So it's a fun game that we like to play with each other, you know. She says, have any of your exes ever treated like the way I treat you? I go, no. She goes, aha.
So you always just keep going and adding the spark and fuel into the relationship so that it gets better every single time.
Have variety. Do things that were unexpected. What would you do for somebody when you first met them? Anything. Well, why would that slow down? Why would you not continue to surprise and do things? She had turned 50 last year, and I want to throw a big surprise party because when I turned 50, she threw one for me.
Wow!
And I was like, how am I gonna? Because she'll catch on to this, right? So I told her we had to go do a show in San Diego. They set up with our friends, and we had this big old thing. She walked in, all of her friends were there, and all she did was cried. Imagine how I felt. I thought I was the hero. I thought it was my birthday, but making her feel that way, and I never forget that. See, you never forget the moments that you give to your loved ones, or even to a stranger. Why can't you feel that much love giving it to a stranger? Because you don't know who you're influencing.
Yeah. So speaking about you don't know who you're influencing, what are your 3 top takeaways or advice would you give to our audience who's probably facing some procrastination, sitting on the fence, they're thinking about making a decision to transform their life? What will you tell them?
What are you procrastinating for? The reason why you think about what you have to do instead of the result that you want. Number one, if you thought about what you really wanted and not what you're getting, what you're giving, boom, then you start moving. Secondly, what do you do? Why are you procrastinating? Because you're worried if you do something that doesn't work, if it fails, I'm a failure. People will judge me. And so what do? We talk ourselves out of it. And so what we do is we think of, oh my God. So what you do is you go and be busy. Instead of being productive, you're busy. And then what do? You have regret. And then you go, I'll do it later. It'll be now's not the right time. So you make excuses for yourself. And Yolanda taught me something about how to break that pattern. And it's really kind of cool. And we learn from each other. And I think when you learn from each other, you get to grow. And the one thing is, how do you break that mind that is conditioned? You know why people procrastinate? It's a condition. They have to condition themselves to procrastinate, just like you condition yourself to take action. You are conditioning your mind to procrastinate. Why would you do that? Why would we do these things in life? Because we're getting certain needs met. If I procrastinate, I don't have to take action. I don't have to take any risk. I could have more time for myself. So you make excuses for yourself, and your brain will tell your subconscious, that's why. Oh, okay, that's why I procrastinate. And then you regret it. And then it comes around again. It goes, hey, brain, let's wake up. I want to move forward.
But what would this conditioning start? Like, would it be because of family, and then after that, it's their own choice of the movies, the books, the people they hang out with, or which one is more or less, or is it more balanced?
It's not everybody's different. It's who are you hanging out with? Sometimes you think your family is your best coach. You want to find a good coach? Find somebody who's experienced it, because experience from there you can teach. From knowledge without experience, it's an opinion.
High five on that.
Right?
Yep.
So learn from somebody that's done it before. All my mentors, way more successful than me. Why? Because I can grow that way. If you get mentors that are going to hold you back, then you're doing it because you don't want to take the action because you're worried about what people are going to think.
So you're just hiding behind learning and learning and learning and evading the truth.
Evading the truth. When you have enough reasons why you want something other than yourself, at that point you'll move forward. Have you ever wanted something so bad in life you didn't think about how you're going to get it, but you were determined you're going to get it?
Yep.
Who hasn't? Everybody. And you know what? They don't think about what they have to do. They think about the result. But when you stop and go, okay, what do I got to do to get this result? Your brain goes, hang on a second. Are you sure you want that? Do you know all the work you got to do? And then you've done something in life that you procrastinated and it was easier than you thought. Like, why did I wait so long? Because the illusion in our mind, the imagination stops us from the reality of what it really is. We are so capable of doing more. And we're just not willing because of the story we tell ourselves, and we buy into that story into our mind.
Wow. Okay, so in Soul Rich Woman, in our community, we have 3 F word, okay? So
I love that.
Yeah. Because
I was waiting for the 3. I'm thinking, okay, good, that's even better, that's great, fantastic.
Yeah,
all the good stuff.
Being fabulous, having freedom, and financial independence, of which one is your favorite word? The fabulous, freedom, or financial independence?
I think that it always changes based on the needs that we have. Because if we have financial independence, we're not free. What good is it? But if we have freedom and no financial independence, where are we at? Right? If we feel fabulous, that's great, but we got to keep feeling that way. What are we going to do with that feeling? And so I think all 3 work together. And for each individual, there'll be times where those needs change. What do you need more? And you have to balance it out a little bit. You know, when you can get financial independence, you're going to feel a little free. And then you're going to feel fabulous about yourself, right? So is there a right order? Everybody's different. Growth comes from the individual, not from this is the exact way to do it. How do you get to the number 12? Well, can you go 6 plus 6? Can you get 10 plus 2? Can you get 20 minus 8? There's many ways of getting to that denominator, but it's different for everybody. So if you know what your goal is, you want to feel fabulous, you want to be financially free, and you want to make sure that you are definitely financially independent, all those things, what's going to work for you in what order? What do you need to most pay attention to get those needs met? And from there, you create this beautiful ball of 3 Fs.
Wow, you said it perfectly. I'm just curious. How do we actually bring someone from unconscious competence to conscious competence? Because even before we talk about procrastination, they wouldn't even know they are in the state. How do we bring them forward?
You don't think about it. When you have a thought, you react right away. And when you can react, you break it and you start creating that new pattern, that new belief, that one thing in life that's been holding us back. Well, nobody wants to procrastinate. Nobody wants to have fear. But we do it based on people are going to judge us. It's all based on if we don't succeed. Our brain does. 100 people say comments, beautiful things about you. One person says something negative. What do you focus on? The 100 or the 1? You focus on the 1 because we always want to make sure we're accepted. We always want to make sure we're loved. We always want to make sure we're good enough. And so how do you break that? How do you just eliminate those negatives out of your life? Is you focus on serving other people and other things and growth. Imagine the power we have when we can make a difference to somebody else. But if we're only focused on us and what we're not getting in a relationship, in business, in anything, we will fail. We'll go backwards. And if we're not willing to make some changes and learn, so you got to listen. Some people don't listen. They don't hear, so they micromanage everything. And sometimes they're just blinded. They don't want to see something new. And sometimes they're just immobile, they procrastinate, they don't make the right moves. Why are they not making those changes? It's because they feel stuck. If I make changes, will I succeed? So they create excuses for themselves on why they don't move forward. But what if you created not an excuse not to move forward, but a reason to move forward? If you can create a reason, you'll make different actions. You create different action, you get a different result. And then you feel better. And then you create financial freedom. Right? And you get everything that you really want to accomplish and move forward in life. Because life's about moving forward. 4F, forward.
4 F's. Today we have plus one more F here. That's pretty
Get a free
cool.
F for that. And we thought F's were bad in school. I think it's fantastic.
At least it's not the 4-letter word. It's something else. But it's interesting. I like that perspective. I'm also very curious. What is your directive for next year and the year moving forward? Like your vision in the future?
Get on as many stages and influence and impact as many people as I can. Just allow people to realize that you have the ability to make a change in a moment. You've had a lifetime to stay stuck, and that's not who you are. And if you don't like where you are, you don't feel right, your body, every thought is a physical response. When you don't feel right, it's telling your brain, we got to make some changes. If you can make the right moves and get out of being stuck, that one person that you help, I'm not there to help one person. I'm here to help as many as I can. I don't want one person in the audience to make a change. I want them all to change. But it might be that one person that helps everybody change too. So my vision is to really get out there and get in front of as many people and create programs and products for people so they can move forward in life. So they stop making excuses, so we can come together as a world, not just a country, as a world. Because what if we did? What if we only thought, if we had one day left in life, would we judge somebody or would we love somebody? Would we have anger or would we have love? And that's all based on how did you live your previous? What do you feel you deserve? Everything you have in life is based on what you feel you deserve. That's your limitations based on your deservingness, not what you're capable of doing. And sometimes society holds you back there. Hey, it's not your fault. It's always your responsibility, not your fault. We can't control events, but what do they mean to us? And when you can control what things mean, because we're in charge of our mind, so why do we allow other things to influence us?
So sounds to me more like taking back our power and owning it and then doing what changes our life rather than pointing your 4 other fingers at other people.
That's right.
I
Stop
love that.
pointing your fingers at other people.
Because when you point one at others, there's 4 pointing back at you.
That's right.
So tell us about your latest program and how can our audience reach you?
Oh my God. We just started a podcast channel, and it's funny. It's called Get Your Mind Set. Get your mind set. Get your mind set. Set for what? Everything. Everything, Even have a book, creating the life that you want. And I give it to people. And the reason I give it to people because I don't want them to say, well, should I buy it? Should I? No, read the one chapter. You'll love the rest of it because it's about understanding that. And once you understand how to get your mindset and creating the life that you want, not just financially, it's more than that, It's funny. Broke people think if you have money, you'll be happy. Rich people that are unhappy wish, I wish I had something else. It's like, where's the balance at, right? So easiest way to get a hold of us is, just through our website, successcombination.com.
Successcombination.com.
SUCCESS combination.com. Yes.
Okay, good. Is that your direct way of contacting you, or do you have like social media?
We're on all kinds of social media. My wife does. So yeah, I got a good one. She takes care of all that for me. Yes. We're all about social media. Yes.
Okay, cool. So, do you have any last advice before we go?
Yeah, don't you ever let anybody influence you and take your mind from you. You have the ability and you're capable of deciding how you want to live. Stay away from negative people, get them out of your life, and surround yourself with mentors that are going to be real with you. That you may not like what they have to say, but sometimes you need to hear things so you can move forward. That's the power. Take your power back. Don't let anybody take anything from you. It's your mind. Live it.
Wow, Mark, this is really amazing. I really enjoyed our conversation.
Well, thank you.
Thank you so much for being on the show.
Thank you. I appreciate you very much.
I hope that we have done everything in our power to make it well worth your time. My name is Janisha Alora, signing off. Thank you so much for joining me today. I'm so honored that we are connected, and I hope that I can continue to serve you as you build your dreams. And if you love this episode, and I hope that you did, rate it 5 stars. Give us that glowing review because it will help more women around the world finding the Soul Rich Woman podcast. Alone you are strong, together we are unstoppable. Now share this with every woman who needs it because this is how we are changing the world, one woman at a time. As always, get out of your comfort zone and go towards the dreams you've always wanted to achieve. For women who love the F word, being fabulous, having freedom, and financial independence. My dear soul rich woman, sending you my love, and I'll speak to you soon. Bye for now.